Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Farmington Public Schools March Spotlight. I am very, very excited to bring to you a relatively new program here in our district called the Young Fives program. We couldn't be more excited to have some friends with us today, and so I'll ask them to introduce themselves and tell you what their role is. And why don't we start with our wonderful young person here, Reed. Who are you, and where do you go to school?
Um,
Tell them your name.
my name is Reed Gerald Crosby.
Okay, Reed Jones Crosby. And where do you go to school?
Hillside.
At Hillside. You're in the Young Fives program. And who do you have there with you?
Cameron
No,
and
who's this?
Miss Badjack.
He's telling you about all his friends.
That's fine. That's good that you have friends in our Young Fives program. That's part of going to school, is learning how to work with your friends and interact and learn how to do school together. So, Mrs. Badarack, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your connection to the Young Fives program?
Yeah, my name's Deb Badrak, and I've been at Hillside for a long, long time. I taught kindergarten for many years and was so excited when Farmington brought Young Fives back, and I was happy that I was offered the opportunity.
Fantastic. And we also have with us Sierra Holinsky. So, Sierra, talk to us about your connection.
I'm kind of connected twice. So I am the school psychologist in the building at Hillside. So I work with the classroom in that way. But also my son is enrolled in Young Fives and is a student with Reed in Mrs. Badrak's class.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's what we want. It's all in the family, in the Farmington family. And so, again, we're very, very excited. Young Fives is a program that is in high demand in school districts all across really the nation. And it's really exciting for us to be able to provide this opportunity to families. So let's start with kind of the big question. What is a Young Fives program? And either of you can take it. What's a Young Fives program?
Well, I think it's a great connector to kindergarten. And I was so excited when we were able to offer this opportunity to families. It is a modified kindergarten curriculum that really focuses on age appropriate pacing for our youngest learners. It provides students with extra time, and support to develop the foundational math and literacy and social emotional skills that they need to be ready for school.
Absolutely. And, some people have referred to it as kind of a junior kindergarten. Do you think that that's kind of a reasonable term to use?
I think that's a fair statement. It really just gets them ready and prepared to be confident learners when they enter kindergarten.
So, Sierra, you mentioned that you have a child in Young Fives program. So why did you choose to enroll your own child in a Young Fives program?
So we actually just moved to Michigan from out of state, from Ohio. And when enrolling my son, I was thinking, where is he going to go to school? What is he going to do? He's got a birthday that's kind of right on the cusp. He's an August birthday. And when we were moving from out of state, where we were before, he would not have been eligible for kindergarten. The timelines were different. So I was getting a little bit nervous, just not being ready for kindergarten myself, even though I'm sure he would have done just fine. And in talking with Farmington as I was getting ready to enroll, they told me about the Young Fives program, and I was very excited that I did not know that was available here. And so I immediately said, yes, that's the option we want to go with. I think it just gives kids a little bit of extra time. The kindergarten curriculum is so rigorous, and just kind of getting them prepped, getting them ready to go, and knowing my own child, thought that extra time would just be good for him to kind of develop and mature and gain that confidence, to start school feeling happy and excited about it. And so far, we've had a really great experience, and I think he would say the same thing. He really loves his class, and seeing what comes home, as far as the work that they're doing, it's really exciting to kind of see the growth and see his readiness as a student grow too.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And Deb, as a longtime kindergarten teacher, obviously you see that kind of connection to that. So, I mean, what would be your observation of kind of the benefits of a Young Fives program, knowing all you know about kindergarten and that transition period?
Yeah, there's been a lot of changes in kindergarten over the years, and so
Yes, there have.
this is a perfect, precursor to that. It allows us to focus on social emotional readiness for our young kids and give them time to
Mhm.
learn how to problem solve and have appropriate peer interactions. They have directed and self-directed playtime where they're doing a lot of learning while they play, and it really has been increasing their learning stamina. I see from the beginning of the year
Sure.
when they started, and most of them were 4 to now, they're really building that stamina and being able to focus and attend to their tasks.
Excellent. Well, Reed, let's talk to you. What can you tell us about your class and your school in the Young Fives program at Hillside? What do you do? Let's start with that. What do you do in your day to day when you go to school at the Young Fives program at Hillside? What do you do in school?
Um, I play and I really, really like to do school coloring work. I also like to do work too.
That's excellent. Do you read or have books read to you or read with your friends?
Um, Books read to me.
Books read to you. And what are some of the favorite books that you like?
I really, really like all the books.
That's
You like
excellent.
all the books. He
That's
loves.
the answer we want to hear is all the books. And do you find, Reed, are you making friends in your new school, in your new class?
Yeah,
What do you do
And
with your friends?
I play with them.
that's wonderful. And when you go to kindergarten, some of those same friends who are in your school will probably go to the same kindergarten class with you. Are you excited about that and making friends that you'll have throughout your whole school year? Absolutely. And one of the benefits of us trying to bring young fives into our elementary schools is that natural connection, because we have several different preschool options in the community for families, but that curriculum connection and that connection to the school and learning how to navigate the hallways, it really makes a difference for families. So,
Yeah, our students are able to go to gym and art and music and in the cafeteria and the assemblies, and so they really feel like they're part of the school community and proud to be Huskies. And the older kids really embrace them and help them and show them how to be leaders.
and I actually was at Hillside the other day doing a visit, and I think the young fives have lunchtime with the kindergartners, or do you have a separate lunch?
Yeah, we go to lunch with the kindergartners. We get a few
Okay.
extra minutes at the end because it takes us a little bit longer to get things open and eaten. But yeah, we do. We go with the kindergartners. They have lots of kindergarten friends.
Oh boy.
So that's that natural connection.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let me ask Sierra, since in your day job, in your professional work as a school psychologist, and you think about kind of the benefits of our social emotional wellness and learning and kind of the social aspect that I think sometimes gets minimized, of the importance of learning how to kind of do school and socially interact, especially coming off the heels of COVID and some isolation and that. So, in your professional opinion, can you talk from a school psychologist standpoint about possible benefits of a young five or a pre-kindergarten program?
Absolutely. So I think you're absolutely correct. It's not just an academic kind of bump. I think the social emotional piece is kind of one of the bigger pieces, getting kids ready. Even if you've attended preschool, it looks different when you're in a real school setting. So they focus a lot of time on how to be a student. What does that mean? How do we line up? How do we get ready? Teaching all of those skills so that everybody's just, kind of ready to go. They're familiar with the building. It helps with that kind of ease into kindergarten, and they're really ready to go. Mrs. Badrak does a really great job of, like she's talked about, it is kind of a preview of the kindergarten curriculum. So they get the academic skills too. It's just maybe at a little bit different pace. Kind of the expectations are a little different. They can spend more time on things if students aren't getting it as quickly. But overall, the growth that happens between a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old is huge. And especially when we're looking at those summer birthday months, a lot of development happens. And just kind of getting kids ready to do all of that academic work is hard. It takes a lot of stamina, like Mrs. Badrak talked about, and that emotional growth, that brain development that happens between that kind of age range there. is really big. So this extra year to give them that time to develop and have those expectations meet their developmental level is huge. And a lot of times we do see that separation with boys and girls too. So a lot of times boys might also show us they need a little bit of extra time to be ready for learning and sitting and doing all those things. So I think this option is really good option for parents to have.
That's fantastic. And as a fellow August birthday, I know that I would have benefited from a pre-kindergarten or a young fives that we did not have when I was growing up, and nor did we have the expectations going into kindergarten that we have now. And so, so one more question for Mrs. Badrak, and then I want to finish with Reed here. I know some of the parents or people who are going to watch this spotlight may ask the question, well, so what happens at the end of the young fives year in terms of recommendations for kindergarten or advancement to first grade or something? I mean, I know that's probably a question that some people might have. Can you help us understand what happens at the end of the young fives year?
Sure. It's the intent is really for it to be kind of a 2-year program that you start in young fives and then you move on to kindergarten. For sure, there could be an outlier that may show, but tremendous growth and real maturity, and they may be ready for first grade. But I think the bulk of the students that are coming to young fives are coming for more time, the gift of time to gain some confidence and independence before moving on to kindergarten.
Okay, excellent. And so, well, bless you. And so we are so excited. We have young fives in a handful of our schools right now. We're looking to steadily increase that, to expand it to the elementary schools as we have available classroom space, ideally to get to a point where we have one at all of our elementary schools. And so we're excited, that teachers like you, Deb, have taken the step over to young fives to help get our young learners off and running in the best. And thank you to Sierra and to your family for trusting us with your son and for enrolling in this wonderful program. So Reed, let me give you the last word. If you could say anything to your friends or any other student your age, what would you say about the Young Fives program? Should they come to the Young Fives program at Hillside? What do you think?
I love the Young Fives program, and you should come to it too.
Oh my goodness. I don't think we have to say anything more. That is the biggest endorsement we could have straight from Reed. So thank you, buddy. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Sierra. What a wonderful, wonderful program. Thank you for sharing it with our community. That has been our March Spotlight for the Farmington Public Schools. Thank you.